Hi everyone, this is Rosina Starr. Thank you for joining me. So if you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. You are on a walk with me again. Hopefully it won't rain. Looks like a little overcast right now and a little cloudy, but so it's been a couple days since I've made a video. The name of this one is Revenge on the Narcissist. To do it or not to do it, and why it's pointless to really even consider it. So we've all had dreams, thoughts of hurting them, sabotaging them, probably because they've sabotaged us, or thinking of ways to sabotage their things because what they have done to us specifically, indirectly, or through other people. Well, here's the deal. Revenge on the narcissist isn't going to make you or them really feel better. All it's going to do is create karma not in your favor. Because let me tell you, when you are playing with this type of spiritual energy, with this type of negativity, it only will bring everybody down. It will only have consequences not to your favor. And even if you feel good for a moment, afterwards you're not going to feel good, because if you are a good person, you're going to actually have regret or guilt or remorse for that act. Whatever that may be. Calling their work to get them fired, leaving notes or underpants at their house, outside their house, wrecking their lawn, slashing their tires, busting out windows, leaving nasty messages, sending 100 text messages. It's all just going to come back on you to make you look like the crazy one. And that is actually what they want. See, they will provoke a reaction from you just to confirm they think that they are right about what they say about you. So instead of you naturally being a certain way, they provoke you to react the way in their mind that they think that you are, that they want how everybody else to see you. Because the narcissist, if they can't control how you act, they're going to control how everybody else sees you, and how you play into that is the way they treat you. So it's a double-edged sword that will cut you either way. My revenge on the narcissist? Well, I've had 4 in my life that I've realized up until this point. Try to take advantage. There's me with a good attitude, rebuilding after falling so far, right? Because we all try to get as high as we can in the work world and do good, and hopefully good will come to us, right? Well, not with the wrong people surrounding you. Come to find out. With all my losses, I have learned integrity, peace of mind, dignity, and joy is a much better inheritance than money or being stuck in a washing machine cycle with these people. You just go around and around the same mountain. The Corinthians, who was it in the Bible? They took 40 years to make an 11-day trip. So what a lot of people are doing around here. They're spending all their time, all their trouble going through insanity, just doing the same thing over and over again with different faces, or even the same person, and not getting any different results. The definition of that is insanity. So in order to break that, you have to do the inner spiritual work in order for you to feel whole again and start to project your energy into yourself and give yourself the nurturing, the self-validation. Give yourself a second chance. Give yourself a 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 10th chance if you have to. But for the love of the Lord, do not give these people another shot at you. Because the longer you're around narcissists, the more you're going to expect to be poisoned in your food, have an extravagant event happen that somehow you're the one that's hurt, or you're the one that's going to have a problem with that person, or that there's going to be some kind of emotional dumping or physical abuse onto you. They're going to triangulate you with somebody. They will sabotage your things behind your back and act like they knew nothing about it. They'll gaslighting. That's gaslighting you. They want to actually inject your mind with self-sabotaging behaviors as well, even when they're away from you. As far as even being suicidal, or even harming other people is on their mind all the time as well. And so you'll maybe even feel that I mean, when you release that energy, that spirituality, even sexually, with somebody, the bonding of two spirits, that way, you're actually engaging to exchange your energy and with theirs. So any kind of filth they have inside of them, in their brain, in their body, their bad diet, it's all going inside of you as the woman, okay? And you have to understand, it's not a joke, and it's very real, and that's how trauma bonds are formed. So let's just say you're with this person sexually, and you don't really have any like bad fantasies. And I know this through coaching a client of why that this has happened to somebody, to verify that it is real and that it happened to someone. It hasn't personally happened to me. But I mean, maybe in a few instances I can think back to maybe. But anyway, she had said she had these dreams of, you know, having sex in a vehicle. And that's really not like her. But guess who did like to have sex in a vehicle? Her ex did. And he had numerous girls in his car and would be there all the time with them, apparently after work or on his break or whatever. And she had these thoughts and visions of maybe, you know, robbing a guy in a hotel room and having sex with him besides. And it turns out that's what he had done to women. And it's kind of creepy to hear somebody say that when you've had a vision of it, but you don't know where the vision's coming from. Well, guess what? That spiritual exchange of energy between two people, it gets in your mind, it gets in your head. When you sleep with a guy, he's in your head. That's why. It's so true. So I'm just here to tell you, there isn't really a lot of revenge to be had on the narcissist. The only way you can have revenge is by going your own way and making the best life possible for yourself and doing well, because you know they aren't. They are always searching for that next person. You know, the grass is always greener when they're with you, and the past always looks better to them than it was. So you can't really win with somebody that's going to have that mentality and use it against you like all the time. And it's like they're walking diseases, guys. They're parasites. A drowning man, like Assistant Direct would say, a drowning man will reach for anything. And that's what these people do, is they reach for anything that they can. It doesn't matter what you look like, what you have. If you have that energy, that desperation, that need or want to feel wanted, to be needed, they will just bow down for that. And so any kind of revenge scheme that you can have towards them will somehow backfire towards you. Because if we look at the narcissist and how they take revenge on people, because usually they do, you'll see how awful they are and how everything they do kind of backfires on them. But they won't tell you that. They don't want you to see them struggle. They don't want you to see them like they're all alone. So, I mean, what's important to remember is that revenge is up to the universe. The universe has a certain order of people that it's going to be delivering to. It may be delayed because there is high demand, but it's coming to everybody that deserves it at the right time. And it can be good and it can be bad. So if you're going to choose bad, you're going to have to expect bad. And that's what a lot of these narcissists do, is they already know what they're selling you is a load of crap, and sometimes doesn't even exist because they're not being real and authentic from the beginning. So why would they think that it would go on forever? How could you think that that would be something that could sustain anything long term? When you finally wake up to it and they've left you alone long enough to get out of the trance, because that's how I realized that I was in this trance, that I was in this sort of, you know, catering to his every whim, because he left me alone too long was what he did wrong. But see, they have so much going on the outside that you don't know, that you have to really pay attention to what they're doing, because if they're leaving you alone, they're obviously somewhere else with someone else. And that's the truth all the time. They cannot be by themselves. So if they bring somebody back internally with their personality over to your place that's not like them, you know that they're mimicking somebody else and they haven't changed their act to be your person. And they move further and further away the more you figure them out. So they think you're 1 foot out the door like they always are. They're going to find someone to replace you as soon as possible. So just know that, folks. No revenge needs to be taken against these people. You have to wait it out with a parent. You have to learn how to cope in the meantime. If you have a child with these people, or these things, won't even call them people, and that's what you have to do. There's ways to cope and manage yourself, and that will be for another video. But the best revenge is moving on, living well, and looking good doing it. Also, the inner healing they will be very envious of because they can't do that themselves either. And be very secretive, because the less they know about you, the more it will drive them crazy that they don't. So I hope this out there helps somebody realize who they're dealing with and what to do. If you have anything to share with me, rytenow666@yahoo.com. And we will see you next time. Rosina Star.